All right, my Liberty Square friends, it seems as though we are home these next couple of weeks. And you know what? Even though we're home in our different houses, I feel like maybe we ought to just do a few things together. But home really isn't, where we want to be at all times. Wouldn't it be nice if we were at the beach? I would love to be at the beach. I know that's not going to happen these next 2 weeks, but the beach. Okay, that's a little bit better. So, while we're going to be doing a few things together these next few weeks through video, I thought I might teach you how to do a few object lessons that you could show to your friends, or you maybe could FaceTime one of your aunts or uncles or grandparents while you're home and maybe teach them a little something or show them a little trick that you might have learned. So here's one. I want you to take a piece of paper. Find a piece of paper. You're not doing it, are you? Just push pause and then go find a piece of paper. When you come back, I'll be right here. Okay, so for those of you who went to go get a piece of paper, I forgot to tell you to go get scissors too. Push pause, go get scissors. Okay, so now that you have your paper and your scissors, what I'd like for you to do is think about how you could, with just a few simple cuts, make this paper look like this. Now I've attached my yellow paper to a piece of blue one so that you could see how the end result is and how it's supposed to be. So I want you to think about that. This is how it looks. This is how it's going to look. Do you see how there's that piece sticking straight up in the middle? That's not an optical illusion. That is the very same piece of paper. How do we get it to do that? I'm going to tell you. The very first thing you need to do is you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to make 2 cuts right here. All right? So the first one you're going to make right here. It's going to go halfway up the page. See there? Halfway up. Then you're going to slide right over here and make another cut halfway up the page. At least halfway. It's got to be at least halfway. Then you turn it around. And let me stop right here and say, if you have scissors in your hand, I know that you're not a preschooler and are going to cut your hair. Preschoolers do that. Grade school children do not cut their hair. That's not a thing. So not cool. All right. Just making sure we know that we got our scissors. Now you cut them this way, turn it upside down, and then cut right in the middle, right in between those two. Cut just like that, halfway. It's got to go at least halfway. It's very important that these cuts all are toward that center. Okay, so now that you've got it like that, do you see it? You see my 3 cuts? See how that works? But how are we still going to get that piece of paper to look like this? Well, if you'll follow the directions that I am giving you, you'll know exactly how to take something that you did not know before and turn it into something that you now know how to work through. So you just have to follow instructions. You just have to do what I tell you to do. It's very simple, kind of like following God's word. All right, so take your piece of paper, one hand here, take the other one and kind of turn it upside down and flip that, and then you'll see that it creates. So you just kind of push that just a little bit that way and maybe crease it a little bit this way to where it is its own standing piece of paper. Look at that. It's very simple, but it's one of those things that if you don't know how to do it, I've done this before with some of you might remember. And they've cut their pieces of paper up. They've cut it in half. They've tried to figure it out. And because they did not ask for help, they just tore that whole piece of paper up. They didn't quite do it right. And really, until they asked for directions, they didn't know how it worked. They didn't know how to do it. But the moment they asked for directions, and I was able to show them those 3 little cuts, then it became so... We need the beach back. It became so simple. That's how God's word is. You just have to look inside God's Word. Things you don't know how to do or you're not sure how to do, if you just open up the Bible and see what God has to say, it will become very clear and not confusing at all. Because Jeremiah 33:3 says that, oh, let's read it again. If you will just call to me, I will answer you and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. All right, so that's our JCWA word for the day. And I hope you guys are enjoying your little time off and your little respite. In the meantime, subscribe to this little channel. We don't have a lot of videos yet because we haven't needed to, but you know what? We'll be doing some more while you're at home. So subscribe so that you can see when the next video comes up, and we'll be doing something for the next couple of days as you guys are at